Allie back in my bonnet. I am so overwhelmed right now, guys. I have just so much going on right now. And y'all know me. When I'm in my feelings, the only thing that I can do, the best thing that I can do, is release what's inside of me and give it to others, because I know what the call on my life is. You know what I mean? Like, I have been used, abused, mistreated, dogged out, betrayed. But I'm not alone. You know, I'm not the only person who's experienced these things. And so I try to move through life gracefully. I try to tell myself that these things didn't break you. And I continue to move peacefully as I can anyway, through my future. But it's really hard. So like, I'm here in New York, and I really been going through it, y'all. Like, I come from just like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to share with y'all without bashing others, because that is not my intention. My intention is never to tear down another person, but we do have to be mindful of the role that other people play in our lives and in derailing us, you know, because everybody has a little voice inside that says, don't trust this person. I mean, it's just, Jesus knew he couldn't trust Judas, you know, but because he was Jesus, he still allowed the man to sit with him at his table. And he knew he was going to betray him. So basically, I'm in a situation right now where I knew that somebody was going to betray me. I knew it 15 years ago. You know, every single time. God is so amazing. And I appreciate God so much, because he's always prepared me for what was going to come. And he gave me a heart to still be able to sit with it. But y'all, sometimes it get hard. You know what I mean? And so right now, I'm dealing with betrayal from my mother. And she's been dogging me out my whole life. So I'm not going to cry about it. But the latest thing that she did was just really like it's a doozy that I don't know that I can really ever recover from. And I'm just like here to encourage someone else who may be feeling like life is hard, or like my husband didn't understand. He was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe, you know, she did this. And I'm like, you know, initially when it hit me, I was like, yeah, this is bad. Like, I felt, you know, I wanted to cry. I felt really very overwhelmed. I felt fear. I felt rejection. I felt just all these emotions that was trying to color my mood. And I'm like, yeah, no, you carrying somebody, number one, inside of you he doesn't deserve to feel this. And number two, I said to myself, how many times has God pulled you out? How many times has God turned it around for you? How many times when I was unsaved, unaware, uncertain, was God carrying me? You know, this whole time that I've been here in New York, I really been hearing, hold on, Saya. I really been hearing God say to me, like, yeah, those footsteps in the sand, those was mine. You know what I mean? And that's been recurrent in my mind for like 14 days. Those footsteps in the sand, those were mine. So I'm here to encourage somebody else, because I really I'm trying to encourage y'all, but I'm trying to encourage myself too, that God didn't bring you this far just to leave you. And every single thing that you're experiencing, whether it's positive or negative, is God ordained. Satan has to go to God to ask for permission to do things to us. And I don't know. I just kind of feel like you can't stop me. You can't stop my growth. You can't break down my family. You can't tear down the futures of my children, because they're covered. They're blessed. And as long as I stay doing what I'm supposed to do for others, which is that's the ministry of my life, I'm never going to walk around with bitterness. I'm not going to blast people. I'm not going to talk about the really awful things that have happened, but God, I overcame it. You know what I mean? And it sounds like cliche, because my heart is really truly broken right now. Like, Y'all, my heart is so broken that I just, like, inside, I'm shivering. I'm like, I can't believe this happened to me twice within a 5-year period where I was just completely betrayed in, like, the worst way by people that were close to me. Like, it's like you give people stuff. Like, okay, so what I'm trying to say, because I'm rambling. What I'm trying to say is when somebody's around you, regardless of how secretive you are, they learn things about you. And information becomes ammunition. And now these people have these tools to hurt you if they so choose. But you're trusting that a person won't hurt you because you wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not the type of person, when a relationship is over, I just walk away. I'm not here to sabotage, betray, tell your business, tell your secrets, hurt you. And definitely, I would never try to hurt anybody's children. But for whatever reason, everybody's not built like that. And so you meet these really awful people that with these really hard, harsh hearts, and they try to tear you down. But God, guys, just remember that God is your rock. And if he brought you from something awful, instead of walking around with hatred and fear in your heart, walk around with a smile and knowing that if he brought you he didn't bring you this far just to leave you. So how I'm dealing with this latest situation is I'm just like, okay, when I was a teenager and I was homeless under a bridge, but God. When I was being thrown out in the streets, but God. When I was raped, but God. When I got pregnant and didn't know what I was going to do because, I had a low-income job and my housing situation wasn't right and I was a newlywed, but God. When I lost my job, but God. Like, he doesn't subtract for no reason. God subtracts in order to add. So I'm just going to move forward in my life knowing that all the times that other people have tried to really destroy me, but God, it won't work. I'm not perfect. But God, he continues to cover me for whatever his plan is. I don't have nothing to do with God's plan. So touch not thy anointed but God. Thank you so much for listening to this. It even just speaking this much just released it a little bit from my heart, and I'm able to move peacefully through my day. I intend on enjoying my husband and our children, and I'm just not worrying about anything but God. Bye, guys. How do I stop this?